The NBA Finals have been the destination for all-time greats to step up and become a part of history. Even recent finals have witnessed all-time statistical dominance. In 2023, coming off back-to-back MVP seasons, Nikola Jokic outperformed those MVP-awarded seasons, putting up an impressive 24.5 points per game on 63% shooting, with 11.8 rebounds per game and 9.8 assists per game during the regular season. Jokic and the Nuggets finished the season with the first seed in the West, and for the Joker, the playoffs were even more impressive. By the end of the postseason, the Joker led all participants in total points, rebounds, and assists. In the finals alone, Jokic finished the series averaging 30.2 points, 14 rebounds, 7.2 assists, and 1.4 blocks, making up for a truly dominant performance. Just 2 years prior, Giannis Antetokounmpo put up a historic finals performance of his own. The Bucks beat the Suns in 6 games, led by Giannis's averages of 35.2 points, 13.2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.8 blocks. Giannis's dominant performance included a 50-point triple-double in the closeout Game 6. Giannis and Jokic were named the Finals MVPs in 2021 and 23 respectively, and both will be remembered as all-time greats, not only in the regular season, but greats who showed up in the finals. Those performances were special, and NBA Finals history is filled with other legacy-defining moments. But who had the greatest finals performance in NBA history? Let's talk about 3 standout series. Arguably the greatest and most entertaining finals of all time was witnessed in 2016. The story of LeBron James returning home to lead his team back from a 3-1 deficit and bring the Cavaliers their first championship in franchise history was something straight out of a storybook. LeBron's individual performance was also fantastical. LeBron, who was chasing his 3rd ring, averaged 29.7 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 8.9 assists for the series. Those finals included back-to-back 41-point games from LeBron in Games 5 and 6 to force a Game 7, and when Game 7 came, James put up a 27-point triple-double with 2 steals and 3 blocks, one block being maybe the greatest of all time.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup, oh, blocked by James! LeBron James with the rejection!
That Game 7, LeBron played nearly 47 minutes and scored 11 of the Cavs' 18 fourth-quarter points, sealing their championship destiny. For the series, LeBron James unbelievably led both teams in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. The Cavaliers became the first team to come back from a 3-1 deficit in NBA Finals history, and to make it even more impressive, they did it against the team with the best regular season record of all time, who was being led by the only player to win a unanimous MVP award. The comeback story against a superpowered Golden State team, coupled with the leadership and impact of LeBron James' efforts on the court, place it in contention as possibly the best individual performance of all time. But while many might agree with this take, there are other finals performances that bring that claim into question. Shaquille O'Neal's career is often described in one word.
The most dominant category? I'm him.
The defining aspect of his dominant career was staying consistent and even raising his level of play in the playoffs. Shaq's 2000 Finals performance stands out among the greatest of all time. The Shaq-led Los Angeles Lakers dominated that whole season, seizing 67 wins in the regular season. That year, Shaquille O'Neal was 1 vote away from receiving the unanimous MVP award. He won it after averaging 29.7 points, 13.6 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. In the finals, the Lakers faced the number 1 seed Indiana Pacers, led by Reggie Miller. In all 6 games of the 2000 Finals, Shaq was the leading scorer among both teams. He led both teams in rebounds in 5 of those games. For the series, O'Neal recorded an absurd average of 38 points, 15.7 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks per game, all while shooting 61% from the field. With Kobe Bryant still developing into his star role, and playing in the finals on a sprained ankle that caused him to miss Game 3, Shaquille O'Neal completely took over this series. He was simply unstoppable. The dominance Shaq displayed throughout the finals, being virtually unguardable and providing elite defensive pressure, mark his 2000 Finals as one of the greatest individual performances of all time. Shaq's performance in the 2000 NBA Finals was the beginning of the Lakers' three-peat and deserves consideration as the greatest NBA Finals individual performance of all time. Now, certainly, the player who many crown as the greatest of all time, the player with the 6-0 record in the finals, certainly he must occupy a portion of this video, and he does. In the 1992-1993 season, Michael Jordan had one of his many outstanding years. MJ had won back-to-back MVPs in the 2 years prior, along with back-to-back championships. The leading storyline of the 92-93 season was the Chicago Bulls' pursuit of a three-peat. In NBA history, only 5 teams have completed the feat of capturing 3 consecutive championships, and of course, Jordan and the Bulls account for 2 of them. The 1993 championship was the completion of the first three-peat in 27 years, the last instance being the Celtics in 1966, where they won their 8th consecutive championship, but that's a story for another time. While the Bulls still put forth a dominant regular season effort, they were showing signs of depletion. Their core was simply aging. The Bulls had finished 2 championship runs, and both Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen chose to represent the USA in the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. The wear on the Bulls roster was evident, and for the first time in the three-peat years, the Bulls did not finish as the 1 seed, but the 1993 Chicago Bulls were plainly better during their playoff journey. In round 1 and 2, they faced the Atlanta Hawks and Cleveland Cavaliers. Both series ended in a sweep. In the conference finals, Chicago faced the number 1 seed 60-win New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. The Knicks took a quick 2-0 lead, but the Bulls came back to win 4 consecutive games. MJ averaged over 32 points for the series, including a 54-point performance in Game 4. Jordan finished the 1992-93 regular season averaging 32.6 points, 6.7 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2.8 steals per game. That tremendous stat line was good enough to earn Jordan just 3rd place in the MVP race. The winner? Charles Barkley. Barkley's 25.6, 12.2, 5.1 stat line was the driving force in leading the Phoenix Suns to capture the best record in the league and a finals appearance against the 2-time defending champion Chicago Bulls. In Game 1 of the NBA Finals, the Bulls won with an 8-point victory. Jordan led both teams in scoring with 31 points and recorded 5 steals. The Bulls also took Game 2, this time by just 3 points. That game, both Barkley and Jordan dropped 42 points respectively. Jordan also recorded 12 rebounds and 9 assists. He shot 50% from the field and willed the Bulls to a 2-0 lead in a tight game. The Suns took 2 games in the series, but Jordan went on an absolute scoring tear from games 2 to 5, including 42, 44, 55, and 41-point games. For the series, MJ averaged the most points in finals history, at 41 points per game, accounting for nearly 40% of the Chicago Bulls' total points. He also averaged 8.5 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and 1.7 steals through the 6-game series. Even with the high volume of points, Jordan maintained efficient shooting on 50.8% per game, and a 55.8% true shooting. The Chicago Bulls relied on their star that year like never before, and Michael Jordan's answer to his team's call, putting up over 40 points a game while maintaining impact on defense, is what made his historic performance among, if not the greatest finals performance of all time. What do you think is the greatest individual finals performance of all time? Was it mentioned in this video? Or is there one even greater? Where do the likes of 2023 Nikola Jokic and 2021 Giannis Antetokounmpo rank among the all-time great finals performances? Now, among the pantheon of finals performances are other historic series, Dirk Nowitzki taking down the Heatles, or Kobe's revenge on the Boston Celtics, along with many, many more. Let me know if I should do a part 2 in the comments, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching Sports Pantheon.